নমস্কার 24/7 তাজা সমাচারের সমস্ত দর্শককে এবং পাঠকদের জানাই অনেক অনেক শুভেচ্ছা ভালোবাসা খুব ভালো থাকুন স্টে টিউনড অল দ্য বেস্ট
24/7 ताज़ा समाचार के पाठकों के लिए मेरी तरफ से हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं
24/7 তাজা সমাচারের সমস্ত দর্শককে জানাবো অনেক অনেক শুভেচ্ছা
24/7 তাজা সমাচার সমস্ত দর্শককে জানাচ্ছি আন্তরিক শুভেচ্ছা
एक्सक्लूसिव ज्वेलरी कलेक्शन DTC लंदन द्वारा बेस्ट शोरूम अवार्ड विनर RR अग्रवाल ज्वेलर्स कोलकाता जयपुर के बाद अब रौरकेला में भी RR अग्रवाल ज्वेलर्स रिश्ता भरोसे का।
हाल ही में करण जौहर निर्देशित फिल्म रॉकी और रानी की प्रेम कहानी का नया गाना ढिंडोरा को महानगर में आयोजित एक प्रमोशनल इवेंट के दौरान फिल्म से जुड़े सभी कलाकारों की उपस्थिति में जारी कर दिया गया है। इससे पहले रॉकी और रानी की प्रेम कहानी के अभी तक 3 गाने रिलीज हो गए हैं। तीनों गानों तुम क्या मिले, व्हाट ए झुमका और कमलिया को बेहतर रिस्पॉन्स मिला है। इस फिल्म में रणवीर सिंह और आलिया भट्ट ने मुख्य भूमिका निभाई है। फिल्म आगामी 28 जुलाई को सभी सिनेमाघरों में रिलीज हो रही है। तो आइए सुनते हैं फिल्म के बारे में बातचीत करते हुए रणबीर और आलिया ने क्या कहा।
आलिया, मेरा सवाल आपसे है, चूंकि आपके हबी रणवीर जी उनकी म्यूजिक की समझ काफ़ी ज़्यादा है, जो आप कई बार मतलब कहते हुए आ रहे हो, तो ढिंडोरा आज रिलीज हुई है, तो उनकी ओपिनियन क्या रही होगी?
He used one word which is it's very strong and it's very powerful. And I think it's both, I mean not one word, that's 2 words, but he said it's powerful, very strong, it will make a strong impact. That's what he said.
और रणवीर से मेरा सवाल है कि रणवीर आपने कहा कि ये फिल्म एक टाइमलेस क्लासिक बनने वाली है।
मैंने कब कहा सर?
सर आपने स्टेटमेंट आपने दिया है, आपने स्टेटमेंट दिया है।
पिक्चर रिलीज से पहले मैं खुद की फिल्म को बोल रहा हूँ ये तो टाइमलेस क्लासिक है।
सर आपने ये बातें कही है सर,
परफॉर्म किया। ऐसे कोई बोलता है सर? बिल्कुल नहीं सर, मैंने ये तो नहीं बोला। ये बोला कि करण जौहर बोनांजा है, करण जौहर एक्स्ट्रावेगेंजा है। दिस इज वन प्रीएमिनेंट फिल्ममेकर ऑफ आवर कंट्री हु हैज मेड सच वंडरफुल कल्ट क्लासिक्स, ऑल टाइम क्लासिक्स which are कुछ कुछ होता है, कभी खुशी कभी गम, you know that theme of family, drama, humor, color, song and dance, that's what we love about his cinema. वो कूट कर भरा है रॉकी और रानी की प्रेम कहानी में। तो करण जौहर के लिए ये फिल्म जरूर देखने जाना। If you loved his cinema, then you're going to love Rocky और रानी की प्रेम कहानी।
What is so particular in Karan Johar's set that you don't see in any other films?
I think firstly I don't like to compare film sets. I think it's nice that every film set has a different energy and a different creative flow. That's also why we like to do different films and genres and characters, because it keeps it different. But I think one thing I would change the question around it. There's one thing that I appreciate deeply of working on a Karan Johar film set is that the atmosphere is very light and everybody's opinion, everybody's creative input matters, and everybody, it just feels very like a family and just friends coming together. There's a lot of hard work, there's a lot of getting the day in, but there's never stress, there's never anybody screaming, there's never any tension. It's just very light, and I think we'd all agree sometimes in the most serious scenes we are still having a laugh on the side. Then of course we get into character and we get serious again, but the atmosphere is very light.
Ranveer, I wanted to know that what was it like being a Karan Johar hero for the first time?
Thank you for that question, ma'am. It was very unique, very interesting. And Karan Johar's most unique leading man, I would say. So yeah, I think Karan himself would submit that this is a leading man unlike any of his previous ones. So I'm really glad that I have that distinction come into his world, his cinema, and add a little bit of my own texture. It was very fulfilling. I always had this dream of working with Karan Johar. In fact, so much so, I had pictures of a bunch of directors on my wall that I used to manifest that someday I'm going to work with them, and Karan Johar was one of them. So this is a great big tick of a box for me from a life and career perspective, that I get to be the leading man in a Karan Johar film. Wow! Even now when I say it, it feels a bit surreal.
So my question to both of you is, you've come back together after Bollywood, like as a couple, like in the second film together. So So how is the feeling to work together in different narrative now? How do you feel? Like your bond offline and online is quite visible. You don't need to ask. In every project you do, it's just so, it seems like you guys know each other for like times now. So how does it come on screen? And I'm from India podcast, I forgot to introduce.
You know, it's pretty amazing. My second collaboration with Alia, and it's been a while since we shot that movie. And she and I have both evolved as people. So it was like I met another beautiful version of Alia during Gully Boy, and an even more beautiful version of her now. She is very, very dear to me as a friend, and it is an honor and a privilege to act with her, because in my estimation she is one of the greatest performers that we've had in Indian cinema. I mean, you saw what she did in Gangubai Kathiawadi, and she's just getting started. So yeah, she's one of my favorite actors, and she elevates my own work, and I cannot emphasize that enough. I always say it's so delightful to work with her. You just show up, you be present, you submit and surrender to your co-actor, and things just flow. When you have that degree of trust in your co-actor, and when there is such a free-flowing exchange, it really leads to something special. So I hope that in the years to come also we keep collaborating and creating some milestones in Indian cinema.
Yeah, I have the same feeling with Ranveer in terms of this, what he said about trust. I think it's so, in Gully Boy we were coming from the same world, our characters were coming from the same world. In this film, we had very different opposite characters, but there was so much safety that we both felt with each other when we were performing, that I give him his space to perform, and I kind of encourage it. Like in these situations, we add fuel to each other's fire, I would say. You know, like we let the fire kind of flow, and I think that safety and that creativity in Playroom is very, very exciting. And even during promotions, whenever I come to him and I say, let's do this reel, you know, that we both ideate together on it. So we kind of like children when we creatively engage. One thing that I always feel like, I don't know why, I'm just really into numbers, but I'm a number 6 and so is Ranveer. So I feel like, you know, it's a thing. Like I feel like we just sometimes, I don't even have to say something and I say, but, and I do this and he says, yeah, and he knows what I'm thinking, which I find so amazing.
During this film shooting of Tum Kya Mile, how tough was it for you to wear a very thin sari when Ranveer was wearing a complete jacket and everything, you know, in that extreme weather condition? That's my first question to you. And my question to both of you is this: what did you do to make sure that you don't stereotype these two cultures that you are dealing with? Now that you all are walking on a very thin ice, what was there in your mind? These are the two questions I have.
Okay, so firstly I think talking about Tum Kya Mile, it's a clear sort of homage to the Yash Chopra songs that we've grown up watching, and Karan's intention was to bring back that love for chiffon saris in the snow, you know, hero heroine are just singing to each other. He wanted to do that. So that's where the thought came from. So based on the thought, one has to kind of go with the saris. I'll be very honest and candid. My approach to anything, whether it's hard, difficult, there have been times I've done songs with an injured foot. There have been times when it's been boiling hot, but I've worn many, many layers. Similarly, in this condition, it was extremely cold. I had to wear a chiffon sari. But there's a lot of care that goes into taking care of the actor. So what you're not seeing is there's lots of heaters around. I'm wearing leg warmers. And the same Ranveer who's wearing those mini jackets is in between takes, taking those jackets and putting it onto me so that I at least get that little respite. But I would say, if I can praise myself 2%, I'm a trooper that way. I go with the flow and I like, listen, karna hai to we have to get the job done. And there's not, like if I wear puffer jackets, then there wouldn't be that beauty in that chiffon sari. So I was really happy doing it because I got to live my dream. Your second question, I think it's a very, very important question, and I completely I think empathize with that, because none of us want to see stereotyped characters in today's day and age. There has to be a lot of referencing done. I think the way I kind of I relied a lot, for example, on Chunni ma'am and Tota sir, and a lot on just the general creative. Our main dialogue writer is a Bengali herself, Ishita Moitra, so I think she was very sensitive about that as well. Ranveer can answer how he kind of did that. But I think these things we attempt at everything because we are very aware of it, and the rest we leave it to the audience's hands.
I feel when you're depicting certain tropes of certain cultures, we should be open to keeping things light, I'm somebody who can very easily take a joke on myself, so I'm cool with it. I feel like this is Karan Johar's most humorous film, and I hope that the audience senses that from the trailer and comes in, to have fun and to have a good laugh. As far as Tum Kya Mile goes, ma'am, I can't tell you how warm I was. I was wearing these down puffer jackets from Montclair, which Karan Johar brought, and they were just so warm, I couldn't feel a thing.
He's being sarcastic or fighting?
It is fact.
It is fact.
The point I really want to make is about Alia. I have to tell you, it was very cold. I was in all of those layers, and I had thermals and puffer jackets, and Alia is that kind of leader on the film set. She knows that a lot of work is going into the shot, and a lot of work is going in to set her up to deliver, and that's what she does, and that's what makes her what she is. An absolute leader, an absolute trooper. Any shot, any time, when it was getting colder and colder, people were getting extremely concerned. Alia, are you okay? She's like, I'm fine, let's go. So she's that kind of teammate, team player, and I deeply appreciate that about her. I've also learned from my seniors. I remember we were shooting Dil Dhadakne Do somewhere in Spain, and Anil Kapoor and myself were in a dinghy, and it was so hot that we were barely able to perform. And he was like, it's all the mind, it's all the mind, it's all the mind, it's all the mind. Antarctica, man, Antarctica.
But I do that.
Melting like ice cream. And he was like, Antarctica, so cold, it's Antarctica. So yeah, it is all in the mind,
But that's true, mind over matter. Yeah.
You just have to psych yourself and get past it, and then you will have something that hopefully you will be proud of.
Hello to everyone. Alia, my first question to you. Since your last release, a lot has changed in your personal life as well. And you have your priorities set very rightly. I would like to know how have the changes in your personal life has impacted and positively influenced your career and the films? This is my first question. Second question, along with this film, you are also set for your Hollywood debut. How excited are you, and tell us something about that?
So I'll answer just your first question, and then we'll move on to the next question. I have to be very honest. I always thought I had a lot of love to give, and I'm a very loving person. But after becoming a mom and after giving birth to my beautiful daughter, the whole language of love has changed for me completely and become so much larger. So I think there's, when I say change, I don't think I can put it into words as to how it's changed. But most definitely, I think I have a whole new barrage of emotions to feel, and I'm just way more sensitive. My heart is way more open than before. I don't know what that will mean for me in my professional life, but yeah, that's just what I currently feel.
And also, you have acted with stalwarts of Bengali cinema, Churniti and Tota. I'd like to ask you about your experience with them, and also today is supposed to be today is the death anniversary of Uttam Kumar, who is a legend of Bengali cinema. If you can share with us anything about him.
I'm going to talk about my experience with Tota sir and Chunni ma'am. Honestly, for me to have it was Rani is very close. My character Rani is very close to her family, and she loves them dearly, like every girl and every boy does. But their relationship very quickly had to be very personal and very real, and that's not a very easy thing to do if when you've not met somebody or meeting someone for the first time in your life. I was not worried at all when Karan told me as to who would be playing my mom and who would be playing my baba, because I knew that if anything, my performance would become better just performing with them. There's a genuine affection and bond that we shared shooting for that film. I really felt extremely comfortable with them, and you know, the way we talk to each other, the scenes that we have, it's very personal, it's very intimate, like we're fighting, we're talking, we're laughing, we're arguing, all of that. So all those scenes, actually I feel like we performed very instinctively. There was a lot of improv also on those moments. There was very overlapping, talking over each other. So I really cherish those memories, because it's when you get to flow with actors and artists like them, it only makes your job way better and way simpler and way more memorable.
Ranveer, your energy is infectious, so we can see that on screen also. How much of Ranveer is Rocky? And my question to Alia, with so many Bengalis on the set, how much have you learned Bengali?
I tried to display my little Bengali to you today with all my heart.
Which was a grand success.
But I have to say, playing a Bengali, like what happened very naturally on set, as to whenever say, instead of saying kya hua, what happened, ki holo, I started saying. Ek two, I was also started saying. So that little bit naturally happened while I was being Rani. Yeah.
And what about Ranveer? How much of Rocky is Ranveer?
Ma'am, I always feel like every character has some part of you. It always happens so. But there are several similarities between this character and mine. There are some characters that I find are very far away from what I am, perhaps. I would like to believe that I can, go any distance and be anything. But having said that, there are some characters that you find more similarities with. I would say Rocky is such a character, full of life, loves his family, all heart, wears his heart on his sleeve. And yeah, I feel like somewhere Karan, knowing that he was going to cast me as Rocky, in the writing process, added a few things that he felt would suit me nicely. So I'm very grateful to him for giving me such a character, and I hope that people like it.
ब्यूरो रिपोर्ट 24/7 ताज़ा समाचार।
24/7 তাজা সমাচারের সব দর্শককে আমার অনেক শুভেচ্ছা, অভিনন্দন, ভালোবাসা জানালাম। এবং আপনারা প্লিজ সবাই রচনা কেয়ারকে সাপোর্ট করবেন এবং ইউজ করে আমাকে ফিডব্যাক দেবেন, সেটা ভীষণ ইম্পর্টেন্ট।
एक्सक्लूसिव ज्वेलरी कलेक्शन डीटीसी लंदन द्वारा बेस्ट शोरूम अवार्ड विनर आरआर अग्रवाल ज्वेलर्स, कोलकाता जयपुर के बाद अब रौरकेला में भी आरआर अग्रवाल ज्वेलर्स, रिश्ता भरोसे का।
হাই, আমি অরুণিমা। 24/7 তাজা সমাচারের সকলকে জানাই অনেক ভালোবাসা। দেখতে থাকুন।
एक्सक्लूसिव ज्वेलरी कलेक्शन डीटीसी लंदन द्वारा बेस्ट शोरूम अवार्ड विनर आरआर अग्रवाल ज्वेलर्स, कोलकाता जयपुर के बाद अब रौरकेला में भी आरआर अग्रवाल ज्वेलर्स, रिश्ता भरोसे का।
24/7 তাজা সমাচারের সকল দর্শকদেরকে আমার পক্ষ থেকে অনেক শুভেচ্ছা।